Hello everyone, welcome to Easy5. Today, as your exams are near, so we've decided to start with the test papers so that it helps you in your exams. And today our topic of discussion is determiners. Before we move on to the answer solving portion, we will discuss, or let me give a brief introduction of what determiners is, so that you can know, and the types of determiners there are. Now, as the word itself suggests, determiners that comes from the root word, we can say determine that which determines you can say determines the position or of something, position, or what to say, position determines the position, or we can say that which determines what a thing is, or that which specifies a thing, that is a determiner. And in determiners there are here we have written 1 2 3 4 5 6 types. So basically we have to know that in determiners there are 6 types of determiners. Now the first one is very easy, that is articles. Articles is also a part of determiners. Now articles, we all know, a, and the, these are articles, and these will be used by us in determiners. Next we'll move on to the second kind of determiner, that is demonstratives. This, that, these, etc. Now there are many more: this, that, these, those. It continues. I will not go into all the examples, but we have to know what these demonstratives mean. Demonstrative, it will demonstrate to us that about which we are talking. Like if I say this pen, this chair, this board, these sort of words, when they demonstrate a particular thing, we call them as demonstratives. That is why this, that, these, those, and words as such, we classify them as demonstratives. All right. Next, possessive determiners. Possessive determiners. Now, at the word itself suggests possessive. Possessive means, as we know, possessive. Possessive. This is his. This is her. These sort of words are possessive. The words which make us understand that this belongs to that person. The word possessive is, it means that it belongs to this person or that person. So possessive determiners here, words like my, your, our, theirs, their, his, hers, these sort of words are classified as possessive determiners. They show possessiveness. If I say my book, my pen, our classroom, your channel Easy5, and there are many more. Next, quantifiers. We'll move on to the next one. That is the fourth one, that is quantifiers. Quantifiers, as the name itself suggests, that which denotes quantity. Quantity, now we have to understand, quantity here does not mean number. Number, when we will say 1 2 3, that is number. Quantity is when we will measure something, or let's say when we mention a quantity. Now how do I say it? Like the word few, a few, little, much, many. These show a amount. These show a amount of something that may be anything, that may be people, that may be a non-living thing, that may be anything. So the words which show an amount of something, these are known as quantifiers. In quantifiers there are words like few. Now not just few, a few, the few, then little, a little, the little, then much, many, more, most, words as such. Next we will move on to numbers. Simply these are called numbers, or in grammatically if we are to be correct, then we have to say cardinals. Cardinals like 1, 2, 3, these are called cardinals. These are called cardinals. We can simply call them as numbers that we usually do. And next we will move on to ordinals. These are the last kind of determiners. Ordinals now, as cardinals, as the names are kind of similar, cardinal, these are numbers, and ordinals are when we classify things as first, second, third, fourth, when we give a position or when we attach a position to a particular thing. These the words which help us do that, these are known as ordinals. First, second, last, next, etc., etc. Okay, so this is our introduction of determiners. Next we will be solving the question paper, and I will be explaining and giving the answers. We have collected the question papers from 2015 to 2019, and we will be moving on accordingly. Now the first question is, my brother had gone dash hour ago. Now before I move on with the question, now your main question will be like this: fill in the blanks with the right determiners, and they don't change the kind of question very much, so this is the kind of question you will be getting. Now the first question, my brother had gone dash hour ago, the answer will be my brother had gone an hour ago. As we know, whenever there is a verb pronunciation, we use the article an. So here hour ago, so we have used an. Now next one, a busy man has dash time to waste. A busy man has little time to waste. Now little here refers to hardly. Little man has hardly any time to waste. When we write little, we want to mean that a busy man has hardly any time to waste. Now the next question, the classes started after dash bell rang. The classes started after the bell rang. The classes started after the bell rang. Now here we have written the to specify the bell that rang. Now not any bell, only the bell which here let's take the example of school. Only the bell that rings in the school, only after that rings do the class start or stop. So here the classes started after the bell rang. Now moving on to the next question, dash of their property was lost in the flood. Dash of the property was lost in the flood. Now in many places you may find most, but in your exam you will be given options. Here I have not given any options, so that we can prepare a bit better for the exams. If we can do without options, then our base will be a bit stronger. Now dash of their property was lost in the flood. As I was saying, you might find answers like most or most. So we will not be writing most, we will write much. This much we have written to show that much of their property was lost in the flood. That means the extent of the extent of loss of their property was very much. Next question, the rich are not always unkind. Now I've said the answer here. The rich are not always unkind. The question was dash rich are not always unkind. Now the here is used to refer to the rich kind of people, to specify the rich people. So that is why we have used the word the or the article the. Now, next question. The principal gave the students dash sound advice. The principal gave the students much sound advice. Now, many of you may say that the answer is many. The principal gave the students many sound advice. That will be wrong, because here it is advice and not advices. If it was advices, then you could have written many, but here we will write much to show the extent of his advice or to show the importance of his advice. So we will use much. Always look for words like always look for plural words. If in the ending we have advices or such words, then we may use many. Otherwise we will not use many. Next question. Every school has dash union of the students. The question is a bit to separate this. Every school has dash union of the students. Every school has a union of students. Those who are thinking of the answer and you are gravely mistaken, because we cannot write and here, as we know that whenever there is a vowel sound we use an, but here whenever, remember, whenever there is this pronunciation, and that is mostly in case of you, that is mostly in case of you. Okay, we should not go to other things now. Let me concentrate on this. Whenever the pronunciation comes as you, we will use a. We will use a. So the answer is every school has a union of the students. I can give you another example. UNIVERSITY. A university. See, here also the U pronunciation is YU. So whenever we will find the pronunciation YU, we will be using A. And see, whenever we don't get such pronunciation, like we write umbrella, UMBRELLA. Here the U is not YU. We say umbrella. So the answer will be N. So whenever we will get YU, our answer should be A. Now, moving on to the next question. Is there dash coffee left in the pot? Now, this is a very easy question. So the answer will be, is there any? Is there any? As we don't know, we are asking, so we have to say, is there any coffee left in the pot? Now our next question is, my brother is dash NCC cadet. Now, as we mentioned earlier, that whenever there will be a vowel sound, we will be using N. So here the answer will be AN. My brother is an NCC cadet. See, whenever we say N, it sounds like AN, so we will use AN, because see here A, E, I, O, U, these are sounds. So whenever in the beginning of a word or such abbreviations, if such vowel sound come, we will use AN. Now next, we found the house without dash difficulty. We found the house without. Now most of us, we generally say we found the house without any difficulty. Now that cannot be the scenario, because normally when we don't know a house and we go to search for that, there is a little bit of difficulty. So that will be grammatically incorrect if we say any. We must write, we found the house without much difficulty, to show that there were some difficulty but not that much. Moving on to the next question. He has to feed his family with dash money he earns. Now the answer will be he has to feed his family with the little money he earns. Now we will not skip this. Now in many places you may have written he has to feed his family with the money he earns. That is wrong. You have to write he has to feed his family with the little money he earns. Next question. Our principal is a man of dash words. Our principal is a man of, if you are thinking of the answer few, that is wrong, because whenever we use few, few is used in the negative sense. So if we write few, that is we are saying that principal doesn't talk at all. So we have to write a few. So the sentence will be, our principal is a man of a few words, so, which means that a principal talks very little or whenever necessary. Now the next question is, Ramen comes home twice dash month. Now this we have done previously, twice in a month. So we will use a, that is to mean 1 month. When we want to mean one, we can use the article a. Now the next question, Mr. Bell rang dash bell of alarm and I woke up. The answer will be this. Mr. Bell rang the bell of alarm and I woke up. Here the is used to specify the bell which was rung to wake him up, whoever the I here is. Now next, only dash of the applicants were found suitable. Only a few of the applicants were found suitable. Just like this one, we will not be writing few. If we write only few of the applicants were found suitable, we are here saying that hardly any applicant was found suitable. And if we are writing a few, it means that out of all the applicants, some of the applicants were found suitable. Now this one, please give me dash time to finish. Now this is a general sentence we or statement that we generally make. Please give me some time to finish. Now if you are an English speaker or if you know a little bit of English, then you can answer this one's very easy. I'm not going to explain this. And this is the last question. Then I will take you to the university. Now generally when we see the word university, as I have told earlier, we will not use an, we will use a, but here university is used in a specific sense, so we will be using the article the. And this was our last determiners. In our next video we will be taking on some other portion of grammar, and we'll be doing the test paper. As I have said earlier, that due to exams, we see that all of you want to know the answers of the test paper. So we'll, in our next video, we'll be taking some other portions of grammar. Thank you.